This is the Emmaljunga Duo chassis, and it's one of many strollers that we have received where the customer describes a stroller as steering to one side while wheeling the stroller down the street. This is often a matter of the axles being bent or the axle bar being misaligned on the chassis. What I mean by that is, if you will look behind the wheel, the axle is a complete bar running across the chassis and screwed by two screws on either side. Sometimes the screw holes can be slightly off, or the screws will have loosened and the entire axle bar will have become more diagonal or misaligned. In any case, the fix is the same on all of these strollers. You will never be able to fully straighten any of the axles to the factory standard, nor will you be able to align them to the chassis 100% the way it was out of the factory. So instead, in order to fix this problem, what you want to do is first start by screwing all of these screws tightly to the chassis, behind all four wheels. And then, given that you know which direction your stroller is steering towards, you are now going to make small adjustments, bending the axles themselves, while testing your stroller by wheeling it along a straight track until you adjust the problem to the point where it's no longer a problem. Remember that the front wheels are more important than the back wheels. The back axles can be bent a little bit as well, but for the most part, the back wheels will follow the front wheels. The tool that you need for this operation is some sort of pipe. And what I use is actually a piece off of a stroller, where I use the pipe end here, and then I'm able to hold and bend with this part. But if all you can find is a straight pipe, that is fine. Pop off your wheel, turn it sideways, and you need to think. If you're pushing the stroller and you need it to bend, to steer more to the left or the right, which way are you going to bend the axle, right? So in this case, if I bend the axle this way, the stroller that I'm pushing will steer more to the left. If I bend the axle this way, the stroller will steer more to the right. This is obviously also can be adjusted on the other axle. And the back ones, they can be adjusted a little bit in order to compensate the steering for the front wheels, but will have a much reduced effect. When you are bending the axles, you do not want to bend them too far. This is just for fine adjustment. So put it on, press down hard, lift up, and you can test as you bend them. This is a little bit of a fiddly job in that sense, because after every time you've made adjustments, you will run it down your track of, say, I don't know, you'll need at least 10 meters, as flat ground as possible. Very nice if you have a straight line or a wall or a curb on one side, so that you can push and wheel and watch as you go. And then if you notice it still steers a little to the left or right, flip it on its side, use your pipe, adjust the axles a little bit more, and try again. When you're all done, when you think it's more or less straight, or maybe you feel it goes slightly but you're a little unsure, take it for a little bit of a longer trip. Take it around the block and see whether it affects the steering of the stroller. Very often you can adjust it so much back and forth, you begin to worry a little bit too much, become a little too obsessed with whether it has a slight motion to the left or the right. And then taking it for a longer trip can be advantageous. So that's how you fix this problem, and I hope it works for you. As with all our videos, please send any questions or comments if necessary. Thank you.